Hey everybody, we're going to continue today with the character of a wicked, a spiritual state. In Romans 8:8, so then they that are in the flesh cannot please God. Did you hear that? If you're going to continue in the flesh, totally, you cannot please God. Ungenerated people are hostile to God and unable to submit to God's laws because they lack God's Spirit. Ain't that something? You're lacking the Spirit. You're in the flesh. If you lack the Spirit, you, in your life, you are an unsaved person. You need the Spirit. You need the Spirit. Inability. And this is their works. In Psalms 10:3-6, it says, for the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire, and blesses the covetous, whom the Lord abhorreth. The wicked, through the pride of conscience, will not seek after God. God is not in all his thoughts. Isn't that right? His ways are always grievous, and judgments are far above all his sight. As for all the enemies, he puffeth at them. He has said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be adversity. Ain't that something? They use their mouth and tongue. It brings a sword, and the words that come out of the mouth as the arrows. The wicked will always deny God's existence. There is nothing reliable on what they say. All of the enemy's speech is deadly. Be careful what you're listening to. See, the wicked are boastful. They boast a lot. In Romans 1:29, being filled with all unrighteousness, for fornication, wickedness, covetousness, maliciousness, full of envy, murder, debate, deceit, malignity, and whispers. They cut people from the life of God, and bring spiritual death. God knows their hearts, so he lets them do what they want to do. They are blind because God withdrew his light. When they follow the lie, they become conformity to the lie. They conform to that lie that they're using. You thought the enemy was the only enemy you had? No. There's people that are in the flesh. There's your enemy too. Because they're not out for your benefit. They're out for their own benefit. So, be careful out there. Know who you're dealing with and know who is talking to you. Their work still. In John 3:19, and this is the condemnation, that the light is come into the world, and men love us darkness rather than light, because their deeds are evil. Haters of the gospel. They hate the gospel. They don't love the gospel. The ones that do evil hate the light, because they know that they will be exposed. They love darkness better than light. They will be reproved of who they are. That's what happens. When you come to the light, you're going to be reproved. You're going to be exposed. 2 Peter 2:12, but these are as natural brute beasts, made to be taken and destroyed. Speak evil of the things that they understand not, and shall utterly perish in their own corruption. The heretics have once claimed to know Christ and were even experienced freedom from sin. They returned to their old practices and were back to being entangled again. They were worse off in the end because they rejected Christ. Remember, I put on the Facebook that's the most worst thing you can do is to hate and reject Christ. That was the beginning of the state of ignorance. Ain't that something? Character of the wicked. Haters of the gospel. Sensual. Inability. They're boastful. They're full of evil. Ain't that something? It's sad. It's sad, but we have to live along with them because they're in this world too. You just don't have to be a part of them. You don't even have to deal with them. You can look at them and pray for them from far off. Give them words of wisdom every once in a while when there's an opening. But there's people like that in the world. Don't think the world is perfect. It's not a perfect world. Don't think that the enemy is Satan all the time. Most of the time it's not Satan. It's somebody that's in the flesh. Your own friends might be, your own family members. It could be. Because they hate the gospel. They don't want to hear what you have to say if you want to talk to them about Jesus Christ. They don't want to hear. They don't want to make a change in their life. They're going to continue the way they are until Jesus comes. Just pray for them. Talk to them whenever there's a chance. Just few words, not a lot of words. All it takes is a few words to tell them. Because when you start talking to them a long time, they're going to convert you. So just be careful out there. Everybody, be blessed in Jesus' name.